Hey guys, I'm out here taking a walk, trying to find some Pokemon, and I thought I'd do a video kind of explaining and reviewing my last week of playing Pokemon Go. Now, a lot of you guys know Pokemon Go came out roughly 3 weeks ago, and I actually didn't get the game until the 18th of July, which if we go to my profile, see, my start date was 7/18, so I actually got started with this game about 2 weeks late relative to everyone else. And as you can see, I'm also at level 20. And so, and I actually achieved level 20 about 2 days ago. I haven't been playing much the last couple days, but I thought getting to level 20 in about a week was fairly efficient, and I think it actually did. It was fairly quick relative to a lot of people I know. And so I thought I'd do a video kind of explaining some tips and tricks to getting up levels very quickly. And the tricks will work just as well no matter what level you are, but it's the most drastic noticeable change when you're starting out low. So this will be probably best for people just starting out, not as helpful for people that have been playing for a while because they probably know these tricks. But I have 6 main ones that I'm going to go through, and I'm just going to list them out fairly quickly. I'm not going to draw this video out as much as I can. And so number one is the traditional Pokemon catchphrase, which is you gotta catch them all. And this is really important in Pokemon Go because every time you catch Pokemon, you get experience in Stardust to level up your trainer and then also power up your Pokemon later on. So those are two very big things, and it's very important to just catch everything you find, and it'll help you get up levels even though it seems slow. Next thing, going along with the Pokemon, catching them all, is whatever is in your area that's most common. You really, even though you might get tired of finding them, like Pidgeys for instance, I find a lot of Pidgeys or Weedles, and even though you might get tired of finding them, keep catching them, because if you can hoard the Pidgeys up and the Pidgey candy up, what you can do is save them all up until you want to do a mass evolve. And what you're going to want to do once you do a mass evolve is you're going to want to pop a lucky egg and then evolve everything. And what that's going to do is going to give you double experience. And if you have, say, 20 Pokemon saved up to evolve, then you will be getting 20, or let's see, so every evolution is roughly 500, I believe, experience. And so you'll be getting 1,000 per Pokemon. So if you have 20 Pokemon you're going to evolve, that'll be 20,000 experience. So that's a huge boost, and it's very useful. And all these tips I'm going to be talking about, by the way, having a lucky egg active for any of them is going to be beneficial no matter what. All right, so there's 2, and actually that was the 3rd one also, because the mass evolving is another huge thing. Is hoarding up those Pokemon to get mass evolutions. 4th one that I've got is hatching eggs. You want to make sure you're getting those eggs hatched, and because it'll be very, very helpful in experience levels, as well as just getting more Pokemon and diversifying your Pokedex. So hatching a lot of eggs is also important. It doesn't really matter what it is, 2K, 5K, 10K. All of them give you experience, but they do give you 100 experience per kilometer. So like a 2K will give you 200 experience, 10K will give you 1,000 experience. So keep that in mind. But if you want to get rid of some egg space, you can pump out those 2Ks fairly quickly and open up some spots to get more eggs. And that's actually what I'm doing right now. I'm hatching a 1 or a 2K right now, and I'm at 1.6, so you might actually get to see it hatch in this video. We'll see though. And all right, so there's four things. The 5th one I think is also very important. It kind of goes along with the catch 'em all thing. And you don't want to stay in one neighborhood or wherever you live and just keep kind of repetitively walking around that neighborhood and trying to find new Pokemon. Because since Pokemon Go is, or where you find Pokemon in Pokemon Go is determined by geography, it's very beneficial to go to a bunch of different places, because you most likely will be finding different Pokemon in those different places. And when you find new Pokemon, you get plus 500 experience on top of the 100 normal catch. So finding new Pokemon is another huge way to do it. And then if you keep doing it, you'll be able to, I mean, now granted, the new Pokemon thing is obviously limited. You can only get that once per new Pokemon, so that is an experience that will eventually run out once you've actually collected all the Pokemon in the game. So that one's obviously very important during the beginning of the game. And if you, so with those 5, you go to, sorry by the way guys if I'm getting distracted and kind of losing train of thought. I am walking around, so I'm kind of paying attention around me. Every once in a while I get distracted, so I apologize for the sentences that aren't quite finishing, or I'm like completely changing subjects. But all right, back to it. For the 6th tip is gym battles. Gym battles can be huge, and they're very helpful to getting experience, especially later, I think, because you can get a decent amount of experience for taking at a high level gym, and it'll help you gain trainer levels pretty quickly and efficiently. And that's something you don't really want to focus on until later in the game when you've got some stronger Pokemon, because the stronger Pokemon you have, obviously the better you'll be able to take out gyms and the more efficiently, and it's just a great way to go about doing it. Hopefully the traffic's not too loud for you guys. I am walking next to a street. But actually I think I miscounted. I think I double counted one of them, so I actually have one more tip that's actually the 6th, even though I've already said I was on the 6th. But that last one is you want to kind of do loops around areas with a lot of Pokestops. And this is for a couple reasons. The first reason is you get 50 experience per Pokestop you activate. And now this may seem like a little bit, but if you're doing a lot of loops, you'll be able to get a lot of experience actually fairly quickly. And it actually ends up working out really nicely. And that was one thing. And then on top of that, you get Pokeballs, you get potions, you get eggs, all kinds of stuff. So that last tip with the Pokestops actually goes hand in hand with catching all the Pokemon, because if you're going to catch every single Pokemon you find, you're going to need a huge stockpile of Pokeballs. And if you don't want to buy them, like I don't, then you're going to need to hit up a lot of Pokestops. So that is the 6 tips I've got for you guys. Just a quick recap. You want to catch all the Pokemon you find, hoard any common Pokemon that have low evolving demands, such as Pidgey and Caterpies that evolve at level 12, or with 12 candies, I mean. Oh, this is actually a really, really strong Eevee. Third one is you want to travel outside of your local areas and try to get to more diverse geographies so that you can find larger amounts of Pokemon. And then 4th, we've got travel around Pokestops, because it'll help you get experience and it'll help you get a lot of Pokeballs to catch a lot of Pokemon. 5th is do a lot of gym battles. Once you're ready, don't rush into gym battles, because that'll actually make it harder in the future to do anything as far as gym battles if you are blowing all your Pokemon candies or Stardust to level up weak Pokemon. They don't scale well. And all right, sweet, caught that. And then my 6th and final tip is to keep on top of your eggs. Make sure you've always got all your incubators filled and you're constantly pumping out those eggs and walking around and just getting healthy off it, which is always a plus. And so with those 6, what is my favorite thing to do specifically is I actually try to do all 6 of those at the same time I pop a lucky egg. So my most focused on aspect is definitely getting the mass evolving. I'm actually just going to run from this because I don't want to waste a bunch of Pokeballs on it. But the biggest thing I like to do is actually do all 6 of those tips I just told you guys all at once. I focus on the mass evolving, and that's because it's the most consistent, guaranteed double experience. So if you have a huge stockpile of Pokemon to evolve, you'll be able to level up very quickly. And what I like to do on top of that, so I have a bunch of Pokemon stacked up, and then I also try to wait until I've got a couple eggs that are about to hatch. And then I'm also walking around, obviously, to hatch those eggs, and then also to catch Pokemon while I'm walking around. And to even further that, if you pop an incense while you're doing that, you have an even greater chance to find Pokemon. And so now you're walking around to hatch an egg, or eggs, plural. You're catching Pokemon and potentially having the chance to catch a new Pokemon you've never seen. You're mass evolving in between catching Pokemon. And then you can even be battling gyms if you run out of Pokemon to evolve and you still got some time left. You can just stop by some gyms quick and evolve. Oh, and then also make sure the path you're walking is along Pokestops. And then you'll be hitting all of that stuff at once. You'll be hitting at least 5, because you probably won't have time to switch areas, but you'll be hitting at least 5 of those different tips at once on one lucky egg, and that's when you really get huge jumps in experience. So I hope this video was helpful, guys, and you guys actually enjoyed it and found it useful. Feel free to leave me any feedback or comments below, and if you want me to do any more videos or not on Pokemon Go. And as always, I love making these videos for you guys. Oh, look at that. We're going to get an egg hatch at the end of this, actually. Awesome. And we get a Pidgey, the most worthless hatch you can have. And it's barely stronger than the one I've caught. Well, that was kind of anticlimactic. Oh well. I'll end this video with just kind of scrolling through my Pokedex. But I hope you guys enjoyed it. Leave me comments below for what you'd like to see next, or if you want me to go into more detail on anything. And I will see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching.